did you know the United States is the #1 trash producing country in the world? We're #1 at more than 1,600 pounds per person per year. So with recent news that China will no longer take on any more trash from America, it's more important than ever to find ways to improve our environmental approach. Here with 3 easy ways to help us is technology and sustainability expert Gail Barnes. Hello.
Hello to you.
Thank you for doing this. I mean, when you start looking into how much trash we produce, where it goes, the big plastic bunch of stuff that's in the ocean, it really matters what we do personally.
Absolutely. And we're our own worst enemies because at the beginning of the year we have so many wonderful resolutions and we don't stick to them.
And then we don't do them. So we're going to talk about how to do this, how to reduce, reuse, and recycle and maintain that mentality. What should we be thinking about?
Baby steps. And I've got 3 things to get us started. And number 1 is to quit the jogging and start plogging because...
Plogging?
Look what I picked up this morning.
Oh, you're a trash picker-upper. That's great.
I am. And 95% of flexible packaging is not recyclable. So this is recyclable,
yes.
but this, if you can't see anything on it, it's probably not. So into the bag it goes, and you find a place to deposit the trash or deposit the recyclables.
So you clean up and you separate the trash from the recyclables and keep moving. You know what, that is such a good idea. The guy, I went to a speech once with a guy who invented the World Hunger Program for the United Nations, and somebody got up and asked about how we were going to solve all these serious problems, and Robert Mueller was his name, and he, no, it's not Robert, I'm thinking of Robert Mueller, but anyway, Mueller was his last name, and he said to this person, just pick up the trash on your way to work. Just start with something, right?
Exactly.
So this is it. What's number 2?
Number 2 is bag a compostable lunch. Now, everything apart from this, which is my water bottle, is compostable, including, I've done some work with this amazing startup in Israel called Tipper. The packaging is as compostable as the tomatoes or as the orange peel.
Seriously? Is this available to us in the U.S.?
It is. You can get it from these fine folks.
Okay.
And so when you've finished...
So you'll leave all that with us, the names anyway, we'll put it up on our website so everybody can see how to do that. Because I am guilty of the baggy thing. I love a good baggie.
Well, you know, these last really long, and you can see they're both home and industrial compostable, which is fabulous. So you go munch, munch, munch,
right.
Have your lunch, peel the orange, and afterwards into your composting bin, and the packaging that's left into the composting bin as well.
I can toss the whole thing in there.
Yes, you can.
Which is going to make that even easier.
Absolutely.
Okay, so for people who don't compost at this point, how do we get started?
Do it the old-fashioned way. In other words, go to your search browser.
Google it.
Whatever, you know, and the US Composting Council has got a lot of resources as well. Number 1 is to start collecting and to figure out what you can put in your personal composting bin. That is mine. And your packaging, your food scraps can go in there. If you're really adventurous, you can start working with worms and kind of think of them as both pets as well as composting. Composting is nature's recycling.
Worms for the medium level. We're just beginning today, but we'll get onto the worms later. So when we compost, what are we taking out of the system that is currently a problem?
Food waste. Food waste is a massive problem. And flexible packaging, 95% is not recycled, but with the Tipper technology, that's the beauty. It's compostable, so it goes in with the food waste. It's like organic material.
So what should we be using instead of the bubble wrap?
Paper is a good, for packing, paper is a good alternative, and I've seen there's a small company in your area that's starting to use paper packaging as opposed to the bubble wrap to reinforce. They're working on a mushroom kind of packing material as well. One here's
out of mushrooms?
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes, very cool.
And we'd like to encourage everybody, I mean, large and small, but mostly in your grocery store, there are already compostable containers that are there instead of paper plates. I know they feel a little different than maybe what we're used to, but perfectly good opportunity to take care of that.
Absolutely. This is compostable, and so are these.
The utensils.
Yeah, so everything here, that's why we call it, well, apart from the bag, which is paper, which might be a little bit tough because it's insulated on the inside, so you can't do this, but everything else here, including this, isn't this cool?
What is that?
This is your afternoon munchie time.
Oh.
And it's also in
a snack.
fully compostable packaging. And it's so
That's
cool.
great.
And when you're done with the snack,
you put the whole thing in there.
Exactly.
And it's the Superfood Bar by Boss Food Company. We'll get all of this down on the website. One other question, how can we use technology to sort of suppress our energy usage?
I've got a cute little guy with me here. It's called the Belkin. And it's you can set it for half an hour, 3 hours or 6 hours, so you can unplug on autopilot. You don't have to leave your device charging and pulling current.
That's awesome.
It will turn it off for you.
Or a lamp or anything else that you want, right?
Absolutely.
How much do these cost, do you know? Approximately?
Single figures without tax.
Single figures. Okay, it's a Belkin product. We will put all of this on the website and include all of your other tips as well. Thank you for being here. These are great ideas. After the break, a compelling new novel about the lives of 3 women in search of peace after tragedy. We'll be right back.